right. What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob. And welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing all right. I am here almost a whole 4 hours later than I normally am. And I'm definitely not feeling really tipsy like I normally am. But I'm definitely tired enough to where I think that'll make up the difference. But yeah, guys, happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing well. Probably not going to have a lot of people pop up for this one today, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. That's what happens, but I enjoy my consistency more than viewership, so it is what it is. I was thinking about possibly making it up on Wednesday for, I think Wednesday is Christmas Eve. So yeah, I was thinking about making this up then, but nah. Just, knowing me and knowing how busy I'll be, might not be a good idea. I think I'll just stick to what I've been doing. But, yeah. Hope everyone's doing all right. I was trying to have battles with my insomniatic son. Because, I've talked about this before, especially doing these on Saturday nights where my son's medication has been clashing with his system, and it's causing him to become pretty insomniatic. And some nights, I can get him to sleep within 30 minutes. Other days, today it was like, he's in 4th grade, so, I let him stay up till about 10 o'clock p.m., 10:30. Let him stay up late for a Saturday. And I was probably battling with him to get to sleep for about 3 hours. Maybe 3.5 hours. It was probably only about 30 minutes ago he went to sleep. But he finally went down. So, yeah, it was a rough one today. It was bogus. But, oh well. He's doing all right now. He's asleep. He's doing good. So, of course, though, our daughter wakes up, but she doesn't like me, especially at night. She only wants mom. Me, I can go get bent. She don't want me at all. But she's overall much easier to get to sleep. And also, when she is awake, she is less likely to sit there and just talk to herself out loud. Which my son will do. He will just, I don't think my son has quite figured out how to have an inner dialogue. So he has self-dialogues, but they're all external. He says everything out loud. So my son will just sit there and yap all night. So luckily, though, he's out. My daughter is with the woman, so hopefully she'll get to sleep too soon. Then, me and the wife can enjoy, some us time. But yeah, I'm just going to wait a couple minutes, just relax, chill, get started in like 10 minutes. Do Mission 12, Captain Drake. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this mission this week. I don't know why. I don't even think there's anything that happens other than routing the enemy. It's not like last mission where it was a capturing, based mission, and it was actually one that I actually remember. Not many of these maps do I really remember, but the last map was one that I do remember for some reason. I always find that one really memorable. Can I get my chat to pop up today? Hey, it actually popped up. Cool. Hope everyone's ready for Christmas next week. I gotta finish buying the rest of my stuff that I gotta buy everyone. I'm almost there. Just got a few more things to pick up for a few more people. Oh, but yeah, luckily I get a day off for it. Possibly two, because the day after Christmas on the 26th is, all of our start times this week for work are still like, 12:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then the start time the day after Christmas is like 4 in the morning. And then the day after on Saturday, it'll be back to like 1:30 in the morning. But that just means that because it's a shortened day, there is a really good chance that the only people who are going to get to work on the 26th are going to be like the old fogies. Not even necessarily old fogies, because there's a couple people around my age that would be staying, but people with a lot of seniority. I've been with UPS 6 years, but compared to some of the people who have been there, 15, 20 years, it's not a lot. So I'm hoping, because it's the day after Christmas, a lot of people will be lazy, and it'll be a good chance for me to make some money. But, there's no way to know that. No way to know that until the day comes. But, we get paid for Christmas, It's a holiday we get paid for, so, it's whatever. But I'm ready. I'm ready for this week, but I'm not ready for Monday. Well, actually, Monday shouldn't be that bad, actually. Because, get out of here, beat it. Mondays are usually bad for us at UPS, because when it comes to Mondays, when we're working on Saturdays, not all of those brown delivery trucks. Now, maybe it's just different in the Chicagoland area as it is everywhere else in the United States. But I'm going to assume, because UPS is a very corporate body, that it's pretty much handled the same all over the U.S. Saturdays, not everything goes out that we load up. There'll be somewhere around, we'll just say half of the delivery trucks that you load up on Saturday to go out on Saturday. And then the other ones, you're loading up, most likely not going to be finishing, but those are going to be trucks that are not going out Saturday and are only going out on Monday. But the way that we ended up doing this week, probably because Christmas is coming up next week, they didn't run today like a normal Saturday. Everything went out today. Everything. Nothing stayed. Everything went out. So what I'm hoping is that means... I'm hoping that means that Monday goes a lot easier. Because I can work in long days, fucked up situations. I can do all of that when it comes to work. But the one thing that I can't really deal with is like loading those delivery trucks. Why can't I get it to work consistently? Weird. Whatever. What's hard for me is that because I'm already not good at loading those brown delivery trucks, like, I can do everything else at the warehouse, basically. Things that you don't need, like, special qualifications for, like dealing with hazardous materials and leaking packages. I can't do that stuff. But anything that doesn't require something like that, I can do. Whether it be unloading the semi-trucks, any level of the sorting throughout the building. I can load the semi-trucks themselves. I can do everything else. But those brown delivery trucks, they're just not for me. I'm just not an organized enough person. And also, for being a little chubby guy, I also have and have always had very wide shoulders. And a lot of those packages like kind of stick out far. So there gets to be a point where just me turning and moving around is just, it's too much. And when it comes to the cars that are not going out Saturdays, you get a chart in your truck that shows you the different spots in the truck about how many packages are supposed to go where. And this last week, they put me on 3 trucks, and the supervisor was little cheeky son of a bitch. He's just like, yeah, most of this shit came in on Saturdays, so it should just be trickling in. I'm like, okay. I don't know what that version of trickling is, but it was more like golden fucking showers is what it was. And it was just heavy. So on Saturday, if a truck is not going out on Saturday and it's only going out on Monday, the chart that you get is going to be wrong. It's always wrong. You might as well not even use it. I don't know why. I don't know like how much changes, over Sunday into Monday that requires them to change it that much. But the charts are never right, and usually not in a way that you as the loader, it's going to benefit. And this last week, they put me on 3 trucks that the initial chart said that the truck had 250 or so packages, which is about normal. And I look at the new one, and it's at 576. The other one at first said 120, and then it said like 360. Then the other one said like 180, and then it was like 250. So that one was only like 50% more. But still, one of them is 50% more than what the chart originally said. The other one was 300% what it was. It tripled. And the biggest truck doubled. So it was just all around. It was not fun. And especially when last week, Saturday, they put me on, again, because Saturdays are really weird days, they put me on 5 trucks. None of them were going out. But even with the charts being wrong, like I said, the count on all 5 trucks in total was like 1,500 packages. And again, I'm terrible at loading the brown delivery trucks. So they go from giving me like 1,500 pieces on Saturday to Monday, all the trucks I go in like double in capacity, basically, on average. I remember Monday afterwards, my supervisor was like, hey, yeah, tomorrow I'm just going to put you back up into the sorting area. And I was like, good, cocksucker, you owe me. And he was like, he was grinning at me already, because me and my boss are cool. So like, he knows I'm not like cussing at him like that. But he knew goddamn well what he was doing to me. Because he knows that as much as it bothers me, and as much as I might get a little testy with management for a little bit, he knows that I'm going to do it. He knows that it'll get done to the best of my abilities. And that, for something like that, he'll probably have to send me help. But he knows I can hold the fort down at least. And yeah, he luckily gave me overall this week a pretty easy week, all things considering, after what he did to me last week. So I was happy with it. But like I said, that does bring into question what this Monday is going to be like. And like I said, I'm hoping it actually ends up pretty good. It is really, really, like, it terrifies me to think already that in 24 hours I'm going to be at work. I start at 12:30 tomorrow. I'll have in less than 22 hours, I will be already back at work. These motherfuckers. Life. Motherfucker, I tell you. But, yeah. I think that's about enough talking for the day. Well, not to the day. I'll probably talk a little bit more after. But it's time to get this mission started. It's enough yapping. Let's see if I can do this map in one shot, as opposed to my usual habit of needing two tries. Blow ye winds o' the morning. Blow ye winds, hi-ho. Shut the fuck up. What are you doing all the way out here? You've got to get into position. Morning, Eagle. Wouldn't you rather just sit and bask in the sun a while? Are you insane? The Orange Star Army is on the move. Oh, is that so? Is that so? Drake, are you... Be cool, everything's under control. No need to rush. I've got everything set up. Now, doesn't this sun feel good? Oh, he's gone. Oh, well. I'd better get underway before Eagle gets his feathers any more ruffled. Drake always finds some way to sidetrack me. It's absolutely peerless in naval combat, but sometimes I wonder. Alright, and like I said before, we are following the path that we set when I first beat this game. So, replay this mission with Andy. I will do all other branches and everything once I'm done with this. Jackal Andy, can you hear me? Alright, what is it now? What do we got? We have an emergency. The Coral Fortress is being stormed by Drake of Green Earth. We've never had trouble with him before, so we didn't see them coming. There are a bunch of bad guys here. This point is of vital importance to Orange Star. If the enemy seizes a lot of properties, here we'll lose control of the area. You have to beat them to it and secure as many cities as possible. Including your bases in HQ, you must secure 12 properties to win. Okay, another securing map. Alright. Secure as many properties as possible. Okay, I got it. These bases are yours to use. Well, they better be. Jackal, deploy whatever units you see fit. I'm counting on you. I've got it covered. Hey, Jackal, which units do we use to capture with again? Bro. His loofiness gets, I'm not going to lie, a little annoying. Just a little bit. Alright. Okay, I gotta figure out how to... This whole map seems like it's going to be a problem. Let's see. 1, 2... Alright, you get in there. Okay, and then a mech. And I guess that'll have to do. Alright. I need to know if Orange Star was behind those black-hearted acts. Anchors away. So I'm going to send my men into the fucking meat grinder to find out. This is great. This is a good job, Drake. Oh, we got random weather. By the way, what kind of CO is Drake? I've heard that he's virtually unstoppable in naval combat. His armada is supposed to be a real powerhouse. There you go again. Sammy, you're a warehouse of intel. Oh. Or something else, something big. Oh, yeah. I know what it is. He can't move for cock and balls when it comes to the winter time. Unfortunately, neither can I. When both of you dive, you smack them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if he captures all of these. Oh, wait, no. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so that's the way that it's got to go. Okay. And I'll need something from over there. All right. That's trouble. That was a bad idea. I should have. I was so concerned about that other. Sweet. Unfortunately, this is challenging Drake in a sea battle. Oh, wow, that's so lucky. Rocky. Oh, my God, that is actually so lucky. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hell yeah. That's not cool. That is actually the opposite of cool, bro. That is super bogus. And he's good, unfortunately, in. Oh, okay. Okay, pop off, pop off. All right, where's. That's it, baby. Mmm, that's delicious. Scrum diddly umptious. Good. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shit. Does he have one of those moves that hits all of your guys for damage? No. Oh. It's only 1 damage, but it's still bullshit. Because that's going to alter everything when it comes to, you know, my... Ah! All right. Battleship, the most annoying thing in the world, gotten rid of. How far is your reach? Oof. Oof. All right, let's start capturing some of these bases. I need to start doing the Mick capturings. All right, let's... All right, just load up. Thing is, I need to fortify that island as soon as possible. Really? That's what we're doing? 4 HP, and that's what we decide to do? All right, let me look at that square. All right, start capturing. Yeah, what I come over there with, though, is going to have to be big and scary. Ooh. Ha! That's a good way to keep him out. Good on me. I'm proud of myself on that one. Yeah, you can do that now. Unfortunately, I don't think you got what it takes on this map to stop anything that I'm doing in the long run. I think I'm good. Yep, you're gone. Okay, Alright, let's save it. Yeah, you're gonna need an extra day. Unfortunately, that stupid tsunami did the damage it needed to do. That was a mistake. I didn't even check, and I'm gonna pay the price for it now. Ugh. Ugh. This is gonna suck. This is gonna hurt. Hit my rocket. Yes. Oh, good on you. That's crafty. You pulled the same stunt I would have pulled. Good move. Good move. See, I can get him. It's just a huge pain in the ass. And losing... Losing that rocket just made everything more annoying. Ugh. This was possibly a mistake. Shit. Well, you know what? Let's take out this APC because most likely the rocket's going to go for the guaranteed kill. Yep. Beautiful. Punch him. Punch him. Yeah! That's what I needed. That's the good shit. Mmm. Yeah, because basically, if I get rid of the landers and I get rid of any ability they have to get aboard this island, then nothing matters. We both need 3 now. This is officially how the game must end. We both got 3 left. We both have to capture one of those side islands and a little bit more. And since we're basically negating all of his ocean usage, he's basically just got a bunch of nerf units. Which having a bunch of nerf units sounds like, for him, that sounds great to me. Decent. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards! Yes. 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 Nothing but nerfed units now, baby. That's it. That's what we need. That's what we needed. Okay, you just chill there for a while. Let's wait till the next turn so that way I can use get another medium tank. Okay, the time grade for this is definitely going to be just the worst. Actually, I'll drop you. Let's just go hunting. Obliteration. Absolute and total. Yes. 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 No. No. You are in possession of some grand luck, sir. Okay, you can do your 1 damage now. You can do your 1 overall damage. I have a feeling he feels what's coming. Damn it! Ah! Bitch. Bitch. Alright, just blast away at him. Let us make it so he cannot at all win this match, essentially. Alright. Okay. Oh, bro, with these 1 HPs. Just torch as many for as much damage as we can. You gotten rid of. Anything? No. Whatever. My chat never works. All right. Oh, okay. I was worried there for a second. Wait, where did that other lander go? Did it merge with that one? All right. First, let's take care of the elephant in the room. You start capturing, you bulldoze. No, I don't need to do that. All right. Gotten rid of, gotten rid of, gotten rid of, gotten rid of. Beautiful. Let's get another one in here. And I need another APC. That hurts. But we're going to be okay. I'm glad you don't do any damage to tanks. Hell yeah. Superpower. All right, you get off of the buildings. All right, let's let you take some shots. If I can avoid my... I can avoid my medium tank from having to fire right now. If it's low on ammo, we're going to avoid it. All right, this match is over. That's cool. I forgot to kill that lander, so my guy dies. That's cool. Damn, their medium tank can't even destroy my fucking regular tanks. That's cute. That's super cute. He's going to save it for his next turn when he's fresh. Alright, start capturing that. Alright, captured. Next turn, it is over. Smack the shit out of them. Yeah, can't handle any of this. I finally didn't lose a match. I finally didn't lose a match first. I finally did it on my first try. Yay. Now let's just medium tank, mech. Just load in some shit for no reason. Ooh, wow. He delays the inevitable by 1 turn. It's still not a thing he's going to do. Oh, that's such a fucking bitch. Wow, you really did that. You really, 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 really did that. That's impressive. One of the most competent levels of stalling I've ever seen in my life. Using that tsunami for 1 damage. That is rich. That is so rich. Oh, no, he has 1. What am I doing? That's better. All right. This turn for real seals it after this guy just delayed the inevitable. Garbage time. I do want to just kill things, though. We're going to be extra callous with enemy lives today. Kill that guy for no reason. Actually, it's probably a couple guys since, you know, it's a... Since it's a vehicle. There we go. A job well done. You've beaten me. So you're Drake. That'd be me. I wanted to find some answers here, but all I've netted is more questions. I'll be seeing you again, lad. All right. Yeah, we stole them bitches. Hey, we got a better rank than last time. A better rank than last time. What is up, my guy? Hell yes, brother. Oh, that feels good. All right, but we're done. We're not gonna take part of that anymore. Oh, good map. Good map, good game. I'm glad I did it on my first try today. That made me very happy. Oh, so happy. But yeah. I don't know what next mission is called. I don't really care though. But I'm just so proud of myself. Not only did I get a higher rank, I also did it the first time after a string of missions where I was having to do at least one redo. Mainly because it's mostly happening because I'm not taking like, it's things that I should be thinking about, but it's like I'm not taking in sometimes the bigger scope and picture of what I'm doing. But, oh well. I did it today though. Once I got rid of that battleship, I knew everything else was going to kind of fall into place. Because, I mean, it's Drake. And his naval units are... they are his strong spot. So as long as I can... because the only thing that would have had to change would have been... if I allow his like submarines to take out my landers, and he makes it so I can't transport units, so I have to go around full circle on the board, and I have to kill everyone that way. But luckily, I got rid of the battleship, and then I got rid of his submarines, so I didn't have to worry about anything else taking out any of my other landers, and then we were fine. Everything worked its way out. If you just tuned in, never mind, he just left. Goodbye. I was going to say rewind, but no need. Oh. Good day all around. And being from the Chicagoland area, we had the sports ball game happen. We had the Chicago Bears game. That was awesome. Because they ended up winning everything within the span of a couple minutes, which was great. Well, no, I guess they went into overtime, so I guess not quite. But they were down 10 points and got a field goal, recovered an onside kick, and got a touchdown, all within like 2 minutes of the last, within under the last 5 minutes. And it's just one of those things where, you know, if you're a fan of any team in the NFL, listen, do not have two possessions, a 2-possession lead over the Chicago Bears with 5 minutes left, because those motherfuckers will find a way to catch up to you and beat you. I don't understand how they do it. They could play kind of like Garbo the whole game. And when it comes time for them to, for real, actually lock in, they manage to do it every single time. And it just works. They do it. They get it done. And I didn't get to watch it, which kind of sucked. But, you know, I had been kind of keeping tabs on the score, and it wasn't looking so good, so I'm doing dishes. I was listening to music, and all of a sudden I get a text from my dad, and he was like, "Are you watching the game?" Which, you know, we were talking about it, which usually if he texts me that, it's because whatever team is the one that like me and my dad are rooting for, which is obviously usually a Chicago-based team. That's the only time he'll ever text me that. And he'll just be like, "Are you watching the game?" And sure enough, I see that they all of a sudden tied it. And I'm like, "Oh shit." And he was like, "Yeah, it's going into overtime." I was like, "Well, that's funny." The Green Bay Packers already had a tie on their record. And I had already said, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if they got a tie again? Like, obviously, a win for the Chicago Bears is better for, our team. But just for the Packers to have two draws on their record in the same season and one of them to the Bears, I feel like that would have been hilarious. Like, that would have just been a funnier outcome. Wouldn't have been better. It would have been funnier. And I would have liked that. But yeah, man, anytime it's do or die, the Chicago quarterback, he will put the team on his back and he will get the team in a position they need to win. Somebody might miss a field goal and blow the game or something like that. The defense might mess it up and, smack the ball into the other team's hands during a Hail Mary or something tragic like, that happened last season. Things like that might happen, but overall, he will always put the team in a position to win. And it's weird because when I look at the Bears quarterback, he's not really like the best out there by any stretch of the imagination. He's sloppy. He's always scrambling. He doesn't ever look like he's in control. His decision making isn't all that it should be. And it feels like he's a pretty B, C tier quarterback. It doesn't seem like, at least to me, and I'm not a fucking football expert, but I mean, I've been watching the sport for, with family and, outings and sometimes keeping up. Like, I'll keep up every few years, drop it for a few years, pick it up again in a few years. The last time I was watching the Bears, they basically all sucked for all of it. So, sometimes it happens. It just, I fall in and out of love with the sport. But, yeah, I haven't seen, I'm not a football expert, but Caleb Williams just doesn't seem like he's the best quarterback. But when it is time to lock in and punch that ticket, old boy gets it done every time. Like, they might not win the game. Like I said, somebody else might screw it up. The defense or special teams might mess it up for him. But when he is called upon to make magic happen, he makes magic happen every single time. And I don't know how he does it so consistently, but the man gets it done every time. And it's just impressive. I don't even know what to say. It's just impressive. So, yeah. And it was funny because, there's a football commentator on YouTube. His name's Tom Grossi, and he's a Green Bay Packers fan, which obviously, being a Bears fan, rivaling fandoms. But at least when it comes to a lot of those NFL team commentators, he's to me one of the best and one of the funniest. And obviously a game where the Bears are for once winning against the Packers, because they always seem to lose. Even if they beat everybody else, they lose to the fucking Packers. I don't know what it is. But as soon as my dad had texted me, he was like, the Bears won in overtime. I was like, oh God, I got to put Tom Grossi on. And I guess he was doing a donation drive for his stream today. And, obviously he's getting a lot of money for this donation, and he's all smiles. But listening to his demeanor change so quickly after hours in the span of just a few minutes of the Packers tossing away the win, it was good. It felt good. Like in a rivalry sort of way, just where you see someone that's you're always rooting against just have to do the shoulder slump of justice. Oh, you love to see it. So yeah, it was good. Good night. Bears win. finish my bottle of whiskey, listen to Ozzy's debut album, Blizzard of Oz, because over the last few weeks I finished all of the Black Sabbath albums that Ozzy originally did. Because I'm going through his career chronologically, so now we do a whole bunch of solo albums until there's one last Black Sabbath, and then like 2 more solo Ozzy albums. And next week I'm also going to be buying a new bottle of whiskey. We're going to be spending like $60 on a bottle of Johnnie Walker Green Label. So every bottle we're just getting a little bit fancier and fancier, you know. Lift the pinky a little bit, you know, like a sir, like a gentleman. But yeah, I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to buy myself something special with this next one. It's gonna be a good week, especially because next week is gonna be probably my favorite album that Ozzy ever did vocals on, besides the debut Sabbath album, and that's his second solo album, Diary of a Madman. That's a good one. That's gonna be real good. Saturdays are just good days for me. It's just been nothing but good tunes, good games. Saturdays are good. I'm only going to be in here for like not even 5 more minutes, and I'm going to be clocking out. It's been fun. If you're in here, just feel free to rewind and actually watch me play the game. Start like 15 minutes into the stream. Because kind of like I do now, where I just kind of chill 15 minutes before and after, and then the middle part is the map. So I did it in one shot this time. I did awesome. They left. They don't like me talking to them directly. Can I get my chat up? Can my chat come up? Can my chat come up? Nope. It doesn't want to. Whatever. Just take one more drag and then go inside. I need something to drink. I have some diabolical cottonmouth. It is the cottoniest of mouths, which, you know, I'm about to do something that's going to make it worse, but whatever. Perfectly legal in the state of Illinois, so not illegal where I am. Dum, dum. There we go. And I forget how many missions long this is, but so... Woo! I think I only have like 9 or 10 maps left to do in the game before I'm at the final mission. Well, be done with the game. 9 or 10 more missions. So 8 or 9 would be the final, would be, you know, be at the end, quote unquote, you know, the penultimate. So hopefully I said it before, my goal is that I want to play the map Rivals. And I don't know if it's true, but supposedly, when you beat the game, all of the branching path missions that you didn't take are open to you. And once you beat all of the maps, then you get to do Rivals. If I cannot do that, then honestly, once I beat the game, I'm just going to go right into the war room. I'm not even going to play around. And I have As you can see, I have... Hey! Stop it. I do indeed have all of the War Room maps. So this here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I figured it was. I have 20 extra missions. That's 20 whole weeks. That's like about 5 months almost of maps just here. So we'll see what I end up doing, because if I have to actually replay through the whole game multiple times just to hit every branching path, I'm not going to end up doing it. You know, this game does have a bit of replay value, but unfortunately I do want to be moving on to the other games in the series. And, you know, I've already said my ultimate goal is, once I'm done with this series, to move on to Fire Emblem. But that's a long time away. I have, like, years worth of the way I'm doing this of Advance Wars. So we'll handle that later. But, yeah, we'll see what I end up doing when the game's over. I'll have to hit on that campaign button when I beat the game, and we'll go from there. But, yeah, that's it, guys. I will be back next week for the next mission. So, mission 13 next week. Come and join me. Hopefully, I am not nearly 4 hours late doing this, because I usually like to do these at like 10:45 p.m. Central Time. And today, I didn't start until like 2:30 in the morning. So, it was quite a bit later than I like to be. So, yeah, till next time, guys. Peace.